Hi, I'm Rob and welcome to another TW White & Sons video review. Today's vehicle is a Mazda CX-60 plug-in hybrid. So this is an ex-demonstrator car of ours. It's a Homura specification plug-in hybrid. This is a 2.5 petrol with an electric motor pack supporting the car, meaning over 300 horsepower in total, 327. So this runs through an automatic gearbox. It's four-wheel drive. Got a few different driving modes which we'll go through later. Sorry about the back glare from the sun here, it's very bright today, so I'll try and move away. But it's a deep crystal blue car which will come to life when I come around the other side. It's got part of the standard specification. It's all colour coded on the arch and the side mouldings. Lovely gloss black 20-inch alloy wheel which really supports the Homura spec, and the other part of that Homura specification is to have a black darkened window trim line and glossy panels, as opposed to the chrome on the vehicle above called a Takumi. So at the back you've got privacy glass, standard fitment onto a car with a convenience pack. Now this car has three different packs on the vehicle: convenience, driver assist, and the other part is the panoramic sunroof, which we'll show you later. Coming round, part of a signifier from a CX-60 is the twin exit exhaust pipes. They're for surround view cameras all around the vehicle. Again, that's an upgrade with the driver convenience pack. So full LED headlamps, front and rear, and keyless entry to enter and exit the vehicle using the door handle. As long as the key's in your pockets, it will allow you to enter and exit. By doing so, it would also power fold the mirrors back out when you open the vehicle and power them in when you shut the vehicle. You have dynamic indicators built into the mirrors. Again, in a gloss black to complete the side mouldings, the glossy black wheel, and of course the front grille. So we have high beam full LED headlamps here, front parking sensors, front camera system, side camera system, again built into the mirrors. So quite a high spec car, but sporting the Homura trim level. So I've done a full circle of the car. Let's go inside into the boots. Now if you've got the key, you can touch the key or you can touch the pad underneath the badge, and that will power up. Inside the boot here, rather large big boots. You've got a 40-20-40 split, dead easy to use. Again, so about the back layer, we have a pull lever there. This side has two levers. This one is for the middle seat, and the last one is for the seat at the back there. So that all folds down flat and neatly. You have a pull-out parcel shelf, which can be fully removed, or it's designed to attach up and over and attach to the tailgate, so it always brings up with your tailgate, covering your valuables at all times. Underneath the boot floor, you'll note there's no spare, but what you have got is a subwoofer, which is a Bose operated subwoofer. So we have a full Bose audio system standard fit in the vehicle. So you'll also note there is a luggage net, which is designed to clip behind the back of the front seats or just behind the rear seats, and that will stop stuff flying forwards. And there's two different cables. One is loose, which is the one to plug into a 7 kilowatt charger, i.e. just like this one here, which is currently plugged in and charging the CX-60. And then the other alternative in the bag is a 3-pin plug, so that will reduce the charging, that will increase the charging time. It's a low draw, but if you're topping up and it's the only ability to do so, it's a really nice thing and easy to do. You can find, of course, rapid chargers out there, and that will bring it from 20 to 80% in around 90 minutes. Okay, so let's shut that down. And we'll go into the back. So I'll need to just return the seats to the upright position, dead easy, to do some push back by hand, and again, and they go up together. You've also got Isofix for children's seats there, pull out armrests with cup holders. Again, for more comfort if you're going to carry 4, not 5, but it's a 5-seat vehicle. Do ask us about the CX-80, which is a 6 or 7-seat vehicle and forthcoming. Launched from Jan, deliveries from late spring, early summer. You also have heated rear seat bases. This also part of the convenience pack is a 3-pin plug, but standard is 2 USB-Cs. So nice black leather with a copper stitch running through. That complements the door cards, which also have the same design, and a nice piece of aluminium trim running through the door here. Rubberized mats, CX-60 mats, and that's front and rear. So you have a keyless entry option just by grabbing the door handle. Once you're into the driver door card. We've got all the key items you'd want to see there: electric windows and mirrors, which are power folding. Driver's seat is fully electric, but it's heated and it's also cooled, so we'll show you that shortly. With the driver's seat electric, you've also got memory functions, so you can store 2 different driving positions with the set function. When you've got 2 different drivers, you can use that. Coming up above, you've got more off switches, including one to turn off the rear parking sensors. That's if you fit a tow bar. One to turn off the audible alerts around the vehicle. This would be things like speed changes, different zones, and do lane departure, and of course traction control. So let's hop on in, power up the car. So we have a power button here. As soon as we put the foot on the brake, it goes green. Give it one push. That springs the dash into life. And we've got a digital display here. So it's fully digitized. That accompanies a 12-inch infotainment tablet. Controllable down here. So it's dead easy. So you twists, it goes up, down, left, right, and you action functions by pushing downwards. A passenger control for volume. The driver, of course, has his own controllers, or they have their own controllers on the steering wheel spoke. And you've also got things on this side to do with cruise, adaptive cruise, speed limiter, and lane departure functions. So how to activate? Dead easy. Push this button here. That will then show you an image of the car. You can then use a button here just to increase or decrease a gap in time. So it starts with ½ a second and can increase up to 2 seconds gap. This will fundamentally slow the car to a halt simply by following the vehicle in front. If that car brakes to a complete halt, you will brake to a complete halt behind it, but still preserving anything up to 2 seconds down to ½ a second gap. We've also got lane departure. Again, if it drifts left and right, the car will haptically pull back into lane. It can be disabled. You've also got, whilst we're on this part of the car, powered steering column. Again, that will link into the memory function, both the seat, the column, and your mirrors. The mirrors themselves, it might be difficult to show you, but roughly where my finger is a little triangle which will glow yellow, and it's a blind spot indicator. It tells you what's going on behind you, left or right sided. And again, there's one on this side of the mirror, and that will alert you to cars, vehicles coming up behind you without you noticing. We have a rather large panoramic sunroof, so that's a £1,000 option new. Again, control through here, push the little button, and it will tilt and slide, so letting more air into the cabin, but obviously letting lots of light in. If that's not for you, bearing in mind it's a UV treated heat soak preventing panel, you've also got a fabric blind which can be stopped. If you want to have a mini sunroof in that instance, just stop it short and you get a smaller sunroof to play with. Of course, push all the way and it will completely seal. So dead easy to use. Coming around the rest of the car, again, more aluminium. This runs through a whole sort of sweep through the whole of the vehicle here. It contrasts onto the steering wheel, and of course around the driver's centre console, looking really nice here. Nice stubby little gear controller. This will obviously move you from reverse, park into reverse, at which point the rear cameras will pop up, which has got surround view as well as the rear view and the forward facing view as well. So easy to use. Coming across, we have full digital climate control, but with various other functions, including a heated seat and cooling seat for passenger. Same on the driver's side, so you've got cooling and heating options with 3 different stages, and a heated steering wheel rim. So it's super simple to use. These tablet keyboard style touch points for your temperature, dead easy to use. You can independently split across the car, or you can use the sync function and it will marry up to the driver's preference. Right here in front of me, we've got a wireless charging pad, a conventional 12-volt supply, somewhere for storage, for drinks, and of course to accompany that we have a double-lidded armrest which lifts into 2 parts, and it also shows you more USB-Cs. So there's 2 behind here, 2 more in there, the wireless charging pad, so lots of ways to charge your device. Coming down, we've also different drive modes. There's a toggle switch. What I'll do is I'll toggle it as I show you on the dash display. So first up, you've got a sport mode. That will then prioritise the engine, add the EV whilst it's charged, and in combination you've got 327 horsepower. So it's pretty fast. I think it's the most powerful production series car that Mazda have made and sold in the UK. And with that, you can change the mode back into normal, and what normal will do is it will work out via the throttle position the very best it will need. If you hit the brake, fundamentally it will put any wasted energy, braking energy, deacceleration energy back into the batteries. The battery can be charged up and it will be an up to 39-mile range. Of course, cold weather can have a sensitivity to this, so it may sort of come back down to nearer to 30. Have the full EV mode, and what that will endeavour to do is just run the car. You have a power gauge here. If you accelerate within that zone, and it will stay EV. If you breach this little purple indicator, it will then kick the engine on. As you diminish battery power, this line will diminish downwards, but as you hit the brake, it will go into charge zone, and that will help and assist to recapture wasted energy ordinarily. Lastly, there's an off-road mode. The car is four-wheel drive. It will run it as an engine-powered vehicle rather than batteries, and of course it will move power between front and rear wheels as it sees fit to keep you going in slippery conditions or genuinely off-roading. So we have a head-up display. I'm going to zoom in, hold on. So you can see there it says 0 and the road speed is 0 as we're off the public road on a forecourt. As soon as you join, as we join here, it's 30 miles an hour, and that will then flag up on here or on the head-up display up there. Most things are automated. The lights certainly are, the wipers are too. Using sensors at the top of the windscreen here, it will detect dimming light and put the lights on, and this will detect rain and the severity, and of course increase the wipe speed should that need to be done. Mentioned this earlier, but we've got various controls, media centric, including Bluetooth. Now our car is capable of Apple and Android. It's wireless in Apple, but with Android it's cabled, so you would need to just pair up or push into the cables, and then you've got full access there for your mapping from your device, your media streaming, things like WhatsApp, telephone. Alternatively, let's say you don't have such a phone that would be capable, you can still link with Bluetooth. Most phones are commonly available with Bluetooth, and that will allow you to again make and receive calls via the car using the spoke steering wheel buttons here, or actually touching the tablet. Now that is only a thing when you're stationary, so once you're on the fly, for safety reasons you have to revert back to the controller, and that includes Mazda's own inbuilt design stuff and Apple and Android. So where are we next? We have paddle gear changes. So there are 6 speeds, and you can again take control by pulling or pushing. The car needs to be in drive first of all, and then as you pull a paddle it will tell you the gear you're in. So if I just probably drop back into normal, I can then represent a gear change paddle. There we are. So it says 2, you can bring it back into 1, or you can just leave it to drive itself, of course, which I guess most people will. To keep it sort of more storage and clutter free, electronic parking brakes with an auto hold function. So again, once you're on the fly, press it once, and when you come to a halt next, it will automatically engage. This car, being an ex-demo, driven carefully by my sales manager, is in lovely pristine condition. It's fabulous. There's nothing to note. There's no scuffs, marks, scratches, silly smells, dog hair, absolutely all pristine and out of the box. So your chance to buy a nearly new CX-60 plug-in hybrid Homura spec. So let's hop out. So this is available for viewings and test drives. We do have another demonstrator, and here it is. It's a grey one now, very much the same as this blue one, but of course a little newer. So this is available to purchase. It can be funded through our dealer services, and we'd also take part exchanges against this vehicle. So we look forward to hearing from you. Don't hesitate, pick up the phone, make the call.